What's going on, guys? It's Cimo. Not even 2 minutes ago did we get the brand new July 1st, 2021 ban list. You know, they say that they're not going to put anything out no sooner than July 1st, and yet here we are on June 21st, 10 days before we're actually supposed to get the list. But that doesn't matter because I think we're a lot happier with that, and I think this is going to mean a lot because this could potentially affect the remote duel YCS that's happening in July, and maybe that's why they dropped the list. But let's go ahead and move over here. I actually have not looked at the screen yet other than just pulling it up. I haven't seen anything else. We're doing the live reactions as always. It's ban list season, baby. I am so excited. So effective from July 1st. So I guess that does mean this is going to affect the remote duel YCS. A lot of people were wondering how that was going to work. And I really like that actually because it gives players about 3 weeks worth of time to be able to prepare now for that event. And it's also a new list, right? It's possibly a new format. And I think if we're going to hope for anything here, I think we're expecting Dragon Link to get hit. Maybe we'll see like a Tri Brigade hit like indirectly like Dryden or Tenki, but I don't know. I still feel like the deck is too new, but let's not waste any more time and get right into the live reaction. Just starting off here, nothing crazy yet. Sometimes there's something right here and it kind of spoils it for us, but okay, let's go ahead and slowly move down. I've been waiting for this for so long. It feels like we've been in this format for an eternity. I don't know about you guys. Okay, nothing so far. LP's ban, baby! Thank God! Finally! Fuck this card, dude. Like, this is just... I've said it so many times in ban list prediction videos. The biggest problem is that it's just like the conduit that all the dragon decks just funnel through, because then you get to search your deck for literally anything. Link 1s are so inherently powerful in this game, and Guard Dragon LP has been like a staple of these dragon decks for so long. People have been saying that this needs to be hit in some way. I think almost everyone probably got this one right on their ban list prediction, but to be fair, we've been calling this for like 6 months now, and it still hasn't happened, but thank fuck, dude. Oh my God. I never thought this was going to happen, but I'm happy it finally did. Okay, so Dragon Link isn't dead. The deck can still like function. We need to get like another hit somewhere, I feel like, but LP getting hit is significant enough that I think the deck is probably not going to be played in nearly the capacity as it currently stands. It's already in decline, but let's go ahead and move on. So getting to that Xyz section is going to scare me a little bit here because Dryden might be on here, and it would be at the end if it is too. Dryden's banned! They banned Dryden! Oh my God! So for anyone who watched the OCG ban list reaction, Dryden actually got banned over there as well, and this is a really big deal. Tri Brigade Zodiac was looking to be one of, if not the best decks of the current format, and pure Zodiac was actually on the rise. At the LCS 14 this past weekend, I think 9 pure Zodiac decks topped that event. That's not an official event or anything. Konami's probably basing any data that they do have off of their own remote duel extravaganza invitational sort of events. So this is a big deal. And that means that you pretty much, I mean, you can still play the Zodiac cards, but having that Dryden just made it a really big deal. That is a big, just absolute massacre for pure Zodiac, because just leading on Dryden on your opening play and just like setting a bunch or having a bunch of hand traps, now you can't do that. You can still spam into Zeus, I guess, but Dryden was like one of the best cards in that deck. So this may very well have put a nail in the coffin for pure Zodiac, because like, again, I remember in the OCG when they banned Dryden the first time that it actually was still playable. You just played like Chalkanine control, but now we have Zeus, so like there's still a payoff there. But I don't know. Dryden's really good. And this means that the Tri Brigade decks are probably gonna have to just pivot back to more pure variants, because now, well, yes, you can still get some more materials in the grave for your Tri Brigade plays. You miss out on the Dryden being able to pop Ram to get as many materials as possible. There's still some things you can do, but wow, this is that's a big hit. That's a really, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised they did this, and I am, because they're not going to hit Tri Brigade directly, so it makes more sense to hit this. Wow, Dryden getting banned twice. That is just, you know, it's Snatch Steal all over again, ladies and gentlemen, I guess. All right, so 2 cards down. Looking pretty good so far. I mean, we're hitting the top decks, that's for sure. Nothing in the spell department, and probably nothing in the trap department either. Nope. Okay, so all the bans done. That's so far so good. I think LP was like the bare minimum we were expecting, and Dryden actually was a surprise, I would say. Some people were expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it this list, maybe next list at the very least. But limits. This is where it could really matter. I'm expecting a limit to something in Dragon Link on the limitations here. That would pretty much be the end of Dragon Link if that's the case. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Miscellaneousaurus. Wow. I didn't think they'd actually do it. This is crazy. I mean, we know Dinosaur's a very strong deck. This is nothing new. And we know Miscellaneousaurus is this perceivably unfair card. It enables you not being able to interact with the opponent. And typically cards like that aren't very fun. Although we have a million floodgates that are still legal in the game, but I digress. The thing is with this, I don't know. Like, Dinosaur, for being as strong of a deck as it is, it's very easy to check the deck as well. But this definitely will curb the power of the deck. One Miscellaneousaurus is very different from three. Now you're going to have to use your Oviraptor or Fossil Dig to specifically search the Miscellaneousaurus if you want your place to be protected. That's a big hit. That's a very, very big hit. Wow. I didn't think they would do it. I'm shocked, to be honest. Skullcrobat Joker is limited once again. Does this matter? Like, that's good. Don't get me wrong, but like, is one Joker going to make Pendulum? Oh God, are we gonna have Electromite on here? I mean, they moved Joker. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. I mean, this is cool. This is cool. Joker's been like all over the forbidden list, but you know, being limited, I don't think by itself it's enough to make any of the Pendulum decks super playable. We'll see. I could be wrong, but I don't think it needs a little bit more. Striker Dragon, Striker Dragon, Striker Dragon, Striker Dragon. Hell yes. Dragon Link, I definitely think has been checked. This is exactly what needed to happen, right? I already talked about with Guard Dragon LP how strong Link 1s are, and Striker Dragon is another Link 1 that this deck has access to. It really just brings the deck all together, allows you to just go off and do so many incredible things. This was one of the things that people were saying should get checked, and I think this is the correct hit. So now with LP banned and only one Striker Dragon, you could play dragons, but the ban list is definitely not working in your favor. No Electromite though. That's actually very big. So, okay, let's go ahead and see what else now, if there's anything. Mirage Stallios back! Woohoo! Salamangreat players, rejoice. I don't think this matters that much. Like, it's cool. I'm happy to see it back. Interesting, no Harp Horror, though. Harp Horror is still banned, but Mirage Stallion is back. I think it's nice that Salamangreat has one of its best cards, but a lot of the plays you funnel through Mirage Stallion force you into fires, and then you can't go into, like, Access Code Talker or Transcode Talker, so you can't actually kill the opponent, but it's a very good piece of removal. It's basically an MX Saber Invoker for your deck to get anything you need. I think it's a really great card. Salamangreat was already doing fine during this time anyway, and so now this will give it a little bit of a boost. I don't think Salamangreat's going to be tier 1 as a result, but this is really awesome. I'm happy to see that this came back. Very good move. Very good move. All right, let's move on along. They actually made a pretty significant amount of changes. This is like the 6th or 7th card already. Anything in the spell department? Shut the fuck up. They did not unban Engage. Oh my, what the fuck were they thinking? Why? Why? They brought it back. I never thought they would break this card is insane. Even with this card limited, this card is nuts. And I know at one point, like, a lot of people advocate that one of this is arguably fine because you can't go like engage into engage off of like ones that you drew, but I don't know about this one. This one scares me a little bit. I think it's good. I mean, to be fair, like, they boosted like Salamangreat, so this is kind of just boosting Sky Striker, but this is a very big boost to Sky Striker. This is a very, very strong card, and Kagari can just loop it back. I mean, ooh, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one down in the comments, because oh boy, that's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. It's probably okay, and I'm probably gonna eat my words, but it's probably fine. But this card is very, very good. That was legal Pot of Greed for a very long period of time. Okay, so that's it for the limits. That was actually quite a bit. That was like 5 limitations. Interesting. Okay, neat. Semi-limits are up next. You guys know how I feel about the semi-limited list. Malicious. Okay. There's orange, so they put something else on here, I believe. Double Iris Magician. Okay, this makes sense with like the Skullcrobat Joker unbanned, so putting Double Iris to 2. Okay, I mean, Magician Pendulum starting to get more of its pieces back, but again, I don't know without Electromite if that deck is going to be nearly the threat that it has been in the past. I'm not like a proficient Pendulum player by any stretch of the imagination. I think this this is fine. I think it's good. Like, Double Iris is one of the strongest magicians for that deck that exists, but I don't exactly know if it's enough. I mean, unless you're going back to the old school days of like just playing like Pendulum Graph Control, you know, maybe that's how it'll be, but it's neat for all you Pendulum players out there, you know, congrats. Unlimits though. Oh boy. Okay, so last time Konami unlimited several cards actually, and from the limited list. So let's see what they did this time. Symbol of Heritage, this isn't going to do anything. This has enabled just like loops or FDKs or some like stupid reason that this card was limited. No one is going to play this card. This card is not good. It's actually just terrible. So going straight to the spells. Oh, that's it. Oh, well, that was kind of a letdown. All right, well, okay. Well, there's the list. Overall thoughts. Dragon Link got checked. A lot of us were expecting this because that deck's been around for far too long. People are sick of it. And even though it was in decline, it was a deck that just needed to be dealt with. Interesting that Tri-Brigade Zodiac got indirectly hit with the banning of Dryden, but the deck is still very playable in a pure form. You can even still supplement it with a Zodiac engine just because you get the names in the graveyard for your revolts or your other plays. So yes, you lose out on Dryden, but this is a big hit to pure Zodiac. Like, that makes pure Zodiac, I don't want to say unplayable, but it disincentivizes you from wanting to play pure for sure. Dinosaur suffered the hit from Miscellaneous Saurus, shockingly enough. I don't think that was expected at all. Drytron received 0 hits whatsoever, but again, we weren't expecting Drytron or Tri-Brigade to get hit directly. The decks are too new. Konami needs to sell Lightning Overdrive. And I mean, we got Mirage Stalio back. We got Engage back. I don't think anyone was expecting Engage to come back, to be honest. I think after last time, people were thinking that, oh, it could come back, and then it didn't, and that kind of just sealed its fate. But no, it's back, ladies and gentlemen. The Sky Striker players are going to go crazy for this one, and there's going to be a huge uptick in Striker for these first few weeks because people are definitely going to want to play around with one Engage. I think that's definitely a very viable deck. We have to see how the meta shapes up, but very interesting, and I think this is very exciting, again, going into that remote duel YCS that's taking place in early July, because now there's only a few weeks. It's a new format. People haven't exactly figured it out, although there's a pretty good idea of what is going to be the best, but anything can happen, and I'm really happy to see that we actually got some pretty decent hits this time around. Arguably, it was like the bare minimum, but we got some good cards brought back as well. That brings some rise to some older strategies that people really love. I mean, maybe Striker and Salamangreat are going to be the next like top rogue decks. Who knows? Maybe they'll move even higher than that because Engage is a very, very good card. We'll just have to see. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this list. I think it did what it was supposed to, but even brought some stuff off. I think Pendulum even may have some legs now too for the Magician side of things, but we'll have to see. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in the coming weeks. So be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think of this ban list. I thought it was pretty good overall, but of course, I want to hear your thoughts as well. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always, subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content, and if you found this video entertaining, consider supporting me on Patreon for exclusive early one-day access to both the Yu-Gi-Oh Progression series and the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. Thanks so much again, and we will see you next time.